I know that it's really dark. I am gonna try my best to try and get the brightness up for this video because I need to get this filmed. I'm not gonna wait another second to get this filmed, so hopefully you guys are okay with the lighting of this video. Hello, hi, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, hi, my name is Vivian, and if you guys can see from the title below, we are doing a book haul. Specifically, a book haul of books that I purchased while I was in Singapore while I went to go and watch the Taylor Swift concert. That's a very wordy sentence, and that took me only one try. I'm very proud of myself, but yes, I'm gonna do a book haul. I did purchase a lot of books. This was really unexpected because I don't like buying books when I'm overseas, primarily because it's really heavy, and also it's just more expensive in Singapore, and I'm pretty aware of that. But I recently got vouchers and coupons, and so most of the books I purchased are completely free, and so that's why I went all out. I even purchased baggage so that I could ship them back. I'm so happy about them. I am so excited for them. I'm so freaking excited. Also, I'm looking quite crusty because I just came back from Singapore yesterday. I don't want to put makeup on. I just did a little bit, and then also I feel a little bit bloated because I haven't been having sleep. Let me put on some lipstick before we start. So some of these are from the store called Kinokuniya in Singapore, and some of these are from Amazon Singapore. They're all kind of mixed up right now, so I'm just gonna pick the first one up and then we'll just go from there. Okay, the first book is a hardcover. This is the only hardcover that I got, and the only reason why I got this in hardcover is because this was only 5 Singapore dollars. And this is Life's Too Short by Abby Jimenez. If you guys do not know this book, this is basically the third book that follows in the same universe as, what is the first book? I forgot what the first book is called, but the second book is called The Happy Ever After Playlist. And this is the third book in the same universe. It's the last book in that universe, and I have no freaking clue what this is about. I just know that I want to read this to actually complete that series. Hot lawyer Adrian Copeland. Oh, Adrian appeared in the Happy Ever After playlist. Somebody brought him as a blind date to the FMC and Happy Ever After playlist, and then he has his own book now, so I guess that's that. She's a YouTuber. Her half-sister suddenly leaves her in custody of her baby daughter, and the last person who shows up to help her is the lawyer who lives next door, who's Adrian. And I guess they also have a dog, a Chihuahua. Okay, that's really cute. I'm just excited to read this. I've been wanting to read this. It's also part of my 24 books in 2024, so I'm excited to get to reading this. I did like the Happy Ever After playlist. I didn't like the first book, which is called The Friend Zone. Now I remember that. And then I purchased a new release, and that's A Tempest of Tea by Hafsa Faizal. It's still in its wrapping, and I don't think I'm gonna take it off because I don't really know when I'm gonna get to reading this. The author wrote We Hunt the Flame and We Free the Stars, and those two books, at least the first book, is in my March TBR, which I am actually currently reading. This is the book right here. I'm currently reading it, so I figured that I would get her new release. I don't know what this is about. I have one clue, and that's vampires, and then basically something to do with heist. I think the FMC has a tea house, and at night it is a blood bank for vampires. Something happens and she has to go on a heist. I don't really know if this is like a first book of a series or if it's a standalone. I don't really know, but I'm excited to get into this. I love vampire stories. If you guys do not know that, I love anything paranormal, vampire, werewolves. I'm a big fan of those, so I'm excited to get into this. Next book, I'm so freaking, oh, and I got this in Kinokuniya tag. And then the next book I got is, this is pretty exciting. I've been wanting to get her book because I read one of her duologies and I really liked it, and that's Spells for Forgetting by Adrienne Young. And so the duology I read of hers is Fable and Namesake, and recently her current release, which is The Unmaking of June Farrow, is getting a lot of hype. But I wanted to read her backlist first, and this is the first book that I have yet to read of hers. This is Spells for Forgetting. It's a fantasy standalone, and I don't actually know much about the book, so I'm gonna read the back and let you guys know what this is about. Emery Blackwood's life changed forever on the eve of her high school graduation when the love of her life, August Salt, was accused of murdering her best friend Lily. She'd once dreamt of running away with August, eager to escape Sarsa Island and chase new dreams together. Now she's doing what her teenage self swore she would never do, living a quiet existence among this tight-knit community steeped in folklore and tradition. When August returns from 14 years to bury his mother's ashes, Emery must confront her first love and the reason he left so abruptly. But the town wants August gone again, and as the island shows signs of strange happenings, the emergence of deep betrayals and hidden promises threatens to reveal the truth between Lily's death once and for all. This seems like a folktale type of vibe, and I am loving that. I'm loving that because I recently finished reading the A River Enchanted and A Fire Endless duology. I think that's called Elements of Cadence, I think. And that one is by Rebecca Ross, and it's very folktale vibes, and I think this is going to have the same vibes, but it's a fantasy standalone. I love standalones, so I'm excited to get into this. Also, cover is beautiful. Love that. I got another extremely anticipated new release. This is also part of my 24 books in 2024, and I finally got the paperback. It was recently traditionally published, and that's Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver. I wanted to get this when it was on KU, but it recently got off, and so I didn't end up picking it up. But then I saw this on Amazon and I really wanted to get it, so that's why I purchased it. And this is about two assassins who kill assassins. Two serial killers who kill serial killers. So they're doing like Robin Hood style, I guess. They're doing a good deed, but they're not really doing something that's morally good. I don't even know if it's enemies to lovers or if it's like friends to lovers. I have no idea what this is about. I've heard great things about this book. It's also really spicy, I think. And so I'm gonna have a lot of fun reading this. I know the second book of this interconnected standalone series is coming out this year. But yeah, I'm excited to get into this. I just heard so many good things, and I've heard like people really enjoyed it, even though there are some trigger warnings about this book, but I think I'm gonna love it. That's Butcher and Blackbird. And then I got another book from Kinokuniya, and that is Next of Kin by Hannah Bodam-Young. This was also recently picked up by a publisher. She's the author of Out on a Limb, which got lots of hype, I think, last year, and I read it. I didn't really love it as much as I think a lot of people did. I think it's a really good and easy lighthearted romance read, but I've heard great things about this one. What I know about this book is that the FMC's birth mother, who she's not close with, recently had a baby, and apparently that baby is about to be put into foster care, and so I think she wants to get custody, but somehow she doesn't pass one of the evaluations, and so she ends up joining this program, and there she meets the FMC. I think that's how it goes. Based in a new initiative where two prospective guardians join households to qualify. The MMC also wants to get custody of his 15-year-old brother. But I know there are like two other books in this same universe, or is it one other book? I'm not really too sure, but I saw this and I picked it up. No questions asked. I saw Hannah Bodam-Young and I picked it up immediately. The next few books are all romance. I realized I don't have a lot of romance books, which is why I went out to buy more romance books. The first one I have is Funny Feelings by Tara Dewitt. I don't really know much about this book. I just really like the cover. I've not heard anyone talk about this. This is a new author for me. I just know that the cover is beautiful. Look at this cover. I don't know about you, but I love the graphic design about this. The only thing she loves more than the rush of telling jokes in front of a revved up audience is her hot older manager, Mayor. So I think it's friends to lovers. And then the FMC has a kid, so it's like single father trope. And the FMC is a famous stand-up comedian. If that's the case, then it probably would be a funny, lighthearted read. And this is literally 301 pages. I love a good short romance book. Hopefully it's gonna be an easy and good read. But yeah, that's Funny Feelings by Tara Dewitt. Hopefully I said that correctly. The next few books are a part of a series. It's a sports romance series, and I have not heard also anyone talk about this, but I saw it, loved the covers once again, and so I picked it up. I checked beforehand on Goodreads to see if they were actually a series or not. So I think they were indie published and it got picked up by a publisher, but the first book is First Down. The second book is Breakaway, and the third book is Stealing Home, and they're all by the author Grace Riley. If I say that wrongly, I apologize, but these are the books. I don't know why, but they progressively get thicker and thicker. Like the first book is really thin, and suddenly these two are really thick. I sometimes love when I've not heard anything about these books, but I also didn't realize they were on KU, so I should have checked. I know I'm not supposed to purchase any series without reading the first book first, but I just really love the covers. They're beautiful. I love these kind of art styles. I think it's sports romance, but I think it's like different sports. So the first book is quarterback football, and I think it's fake dating. Yeah, I think it's fake dating. This is fake dating. And then this one is hockey, coach's daughter romance. And this is the third book, and this is about MLB, baseball. Okay, I mean, that's pretty obvious, right? From the cover. I think the guys are brothers. I'm excited to get into these. I will probably get into them very soon. The next book of this pile, I have actually read. This is the only book that I've read of this pile. I read this before I even got the book because it was on Kindle Unlimited, and I am doing a video where I am reading Kindle Unlimited books. Before I purchased this book, I didn't know it was on KU, and then my friend told me she really liked it, and so she wanted me to read it, and so I picked it up on KU, and then I realized I purchased the physical copy on Amazon. So that's Forget Me Not by Julie Soto. I don't want to talk too much about this book. I will save it for that reading vlog, but basically you're following two exes, but second chance romance, and the FMC is a wedding planner and the MMC is a florist. The MMC is a florist, and all I can tell you is I had fun with this book. You guys can hear my thoughts in that reading vlog. The next few books are not romance books, thank goodness. Okay, so I have 5 books left in this pile and they're not romances. I don't have any more romances in this pile, but the first book I have is A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik. Literally, I've been searching for this book in my country, couldn't find it, specifically this size, because I do actually own the next 2 books in this trilogy. The crazy thing is I didn't have the first book, so I couldn't read the next 2 books. Now I finally have the first book, and this is A Deadly Education, which is part of the Skullman's trilogy, I think it's called. The first 2 books are somewhere here. I didn't realize my chair is behind me. I mean, I'm covering the chair, so it doesn't really matter. I know this is dark academia, and I don't know anything else. When you get in, it's hard to get out. Like, it's hard to graduate or something. No idea. Enter a school of magic unlike any you have ever encountered. There are no teachers, no holidays, friendships are purely strategic, and the odds of survival are never equal. Once you're inside, there are only 2 ways out. You graduate or you die. Elle Higgins is uniquely prepared for the school's many dangers. She may be without allies, but she possesses a dark power strong enough to level mountains and wipe out untold millions. Never mind easily destroy the countless monsters that prowl the school. Except she might accidentally kill all the other students too. So Elle is trying her hardest not to use it, that is, unless she has no other choice. That is very interesting. I think I'm gonna have fun, but I don't have the best experience with Naomi Novik's books. That's why I'm a little bit iffy about it, but I do want to get through the trilogy, which is why I decided to buy the first book. Give it a shot. I have the last 2 books in the series. I need to get the first one at least to try and read the first one. But yeah, that is A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik. Holly Black blurbed the book, and I love Holly Black. So the next book I have is a part of a series. I am so excited for this. It's All This Twisted Glory by Tara Mafi, and I have not taken the plastic wrapping out. I have not started the trilogy yet. I have the first 2 books, which is This Woven Kingdom and These Infinite Threads. I have the 3rd book, and it's beautiful. Look at that cover. It's beautiful. I don't want to read the back because it's gonna spoil the whole trilogy. So, not trilogy, the whole series. So, I'm not gonna read the back, and I have no idea what it's about. I know the whole series is enemies to lovers. But enemies to lovers, I'm excited. I don't have the best experience with Tara Mafi because she wrote Shatter Me and I didn't like Shatter Me. I'm hoping that this will redeem it because I've heard great things about this one. Obviously, she wrote Shatter Me a long time ago and this is like a new series for her, so I'm excited for it. I know I've not read the first book. Why are you buying the 3rd book? I cannot find this edition anywhere. I literally cannot. It has to be the Harper to match my other 2 covers, so that's why I got it. Next, I have The Wishing Game by Meg Schaffer. I have heard amazing reviews by so many people, but I have to be honest, I don't know anything about it. There literally is no blurb at the back, so I cannot check. Is it in front here? Something to do with the FMC being a teacher aide and wanting to get custody of the kid that is in her class, I think. I've heard great things. I've heard amazing things about all the people who have read this, and so that's why I got it. I really want to read more litfic books, which is why I picked this up. I have another litfic book, and that is Yellow Face by R.F. Kuang. I love R.F. Kuang, but in this book she is Rebecca F. Kuang, not R.F. Kuang. But yeah, I really want to read Yellow Face. I've been a little bit iffy about purchasing this, but I got it for a really good price on Amazon, which is why I decided to just get it. And I think it's about 2 authors, and one author passes away and the other one takes her manuscript and publish it as her story. I've heard that it's really eye-opening when it comes to the publishing world, so I would love to get into this as soon as possible. I'm so excited. I really loved Babel by her, and so I think I'm gonna love her writing, and I know she's releasing a lot of books in the future. We're down to our last book, and this one I'm also really excited about. This is Fireborn by Rosaria Munda. I'm so sorry if I say your name wrongly. I really am. I'm not good with names. I've just seen a lot of TikToks about people who say that if you like dragons you should read this, and this is a trilogy, but I did the smart thing. I didn't buy the other 2 books because I was scared that I wouldn't like it. This is YA fantasy about dragons, and that's all I know. And I think I want to go in blind, so I'm not gonna read the back. So that's all I know. That's all you need to know, really. Hopefully I will love it, but yeah, if I don't, then I will be glad that I didn't buy the other 2 books, but hopefully I will love it. Anyway, that's Fireborn, and that is basically the last book in this book haul. That in total are 15 books. I am so happy about these purchases. I literally cannot tell you guys how excited and happy I am because most of these are in my 24 books in 2024 video, and so I've been wanting to get them because I really want to read them, and so I'm just so happy about them. And also most of these I got literally for free, so that's why I think I'm a lot more excited because I didn't spend a dime for some of these books. I am going to go now because that is it for this video. I am so sorry how gloomy it is. I'll try my best to edit the video so it doesn't look very gloomy. It is a shorter and a tinier one than my usual book haul, but hopefully you guys still enjoyed seeing all of the books that I purchased while I was in Singapore for my Taylor Swift concert. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed watching this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!